Salisbury Center, we are ready for our next fight. This bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the CageZilla Featherweight division. It is brought to you by our friends at Pev's Paintball and Airsoft, the Mid-Atlantic's premier paintball park and airsoft park, who's been around for over 30 years. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'7" and weighing in at 146 pounds, fighting out of Gym O with a record of 1 win and no defeats, it's Gedeon Mukendi. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'10" and weighing in at 146 pounds, fighting out of Groundswell MMA with a record of 1 win and 2 defeats, it's Joseph Catterton. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the CageZilla Featherweight division. It is brought to you by Pev's Paintball, and your referee is Michael Dolman.
All right, Michael Dolman will be the referee for this event. It is a featherweight event. It's scheduled for three-minute rounds. As Chris gets out, we'll get the seconds out, get the cage all locked up and ready to go. Catterton will be fighting out of the blue corner, and Mukendi fighting out of the red corners. They come out and touch gloves right on top of the CageZilla logo. Pushing up close here is Catterton. He's making it. Ooh,
got to be a little bit careful with those leg kicks. You got to commit to those or not throw them at all.
Watch out now.
Oh, good uppercuts there.
Oof.
From Gedeon.
Gedeon just, this transfer just traded kicks to the midsection there, and both of them went down.
Yeah, it's slippery in there tonight, huh? Good combinations there from Gedeon. Although I do like the blocking I'm seeing from Joe. But again, that's going to get him in trouble. He's not really putting a lot on that kick. He's kind of throwing it as an afterthought, and he's not setting it up, so it's really putting him at risk of getting countered. Good timing on that one, though. Gedeon went for that straight right hand, and Joe was able to get right underneath it. Got his hands clasped. Good takedown, but immediately reversed there by Gedeon. Great athleticism and really strong hips from Gedeon.
Now Gedeon just dropping the hammer on Catterton here. Let's see if Catterton can get out of this here, Charles, as he tries to take the back. Does he have it in there?
That's
in there deep.
Now, he doesn't have the hook. That's the only issue. So, Joe is going to be able to move a little bit more than he otherwise would be if Gedeon had both hooks in.
He's going to use a lot of energy trying to pull that out. I don't know if he can get out of there. Gedeon's got that in there tight. This might be over quicker than we think here. It's in a tough spot. Michael Dolman, one of the best referees in the business, got his eyes right down in there close.
Now both hooks are in.
Does he have it in? Yeah, now he's got it in. We'll see if this tap comes quick.
He's going to go palm to palm here. He's going to try to turn him over. Now he's got the hand on the bicep. This is going to turn into a crank.
Yeah,
and that's real tight.
Yeah, this is going to be bad for Catterton.
Joe is tough. Look at that. He's fighting that top
Look at that hand. He's pushing the hands. Oh, yeah.
And now he's attacking that ankle, and that was it. He got the tap. Man, I'll tell you what, though. He fought that a lot harder than most other people would. I don't know if you noticed, but when he pulled that top hand, that choke was in deep, and he was still able to almost get out of it. With that said, hats off to Gedeon. Joe was able to, sorry to cut you off, but I just want to break down what happened. Joe was able to time Gideon's right hand, which I thought was impressive in its own right. And when he was in on that takedown, he went for the trip. As he was sending Gedeon down to the mat, Gedeon used his hips and turned right into mount and immediately started with ground and pound and ended up getting the win there. Really impressive work there from Gedeon.
Very quick round here. Listen, the shape that this Gedeon kid is in, and now moving to 2-0, we're going to start seeing him a lot more, coming all the way up from Gym O. And Gym O does an impressive job right here. As you see, getting this locked in, and as you talked about here, Charles, just rolling into that as he drives that in there deep, as you see it right here. It's like right there. You see him just deep in there.
And, Joe takes one final effort here to break that grip, and he just can't quite get it. But that was actually, believe it or not, that was on the jaw.
Yeah,
he was really
pushing it
down. And that lower mandible, if everybody's talking and you kind of let your jaw go loose for a second, if you push straight back on your chin, you'll feel it in the back of your jaw, that pressure that starts to build. Now amplify that by 100 when it's somebody's forearm and they're cranking you backwards.
Right. All right, let's throw it down to Chris. We'll get the official results. Chris, take it away.
Salisbury Center referee Michael Dolman has called a stop to the action 1 minute and 40 seconds into the very first round. For your winner, by rear naked choke, it's Gedeon Mukendi.
All right, Mukendi comes away with a big win here on bout number 6. CageZilla 70. Be right back right after this, live from the Salisbury Center in Manassas, Virginia.